What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to TTP Sports. And the Phillies are 2-0. They're 2-0 to start the season strong. Nice little win there for the Phils. 11-6 over the Washington Nationals. Jesus Luzardo had himself a very fine debut. Honestly, not even very fine. It was kind of an electric debut, if I say so myself. If you get 11 strikeouts in your first outing in a Phillies uniform, that definitely is something to be a little bit excited about. Had some nasty stuff working for him. The pitch count definitely did rise up a little bit quickly there. You know, he was only able to go 5 innings. You know, he got ahead of some batters, still had to grind a little bit to get the guys out, but he was striking guys out left and right. He had 18 whiffs on the day from the Washington Nationals lineup. So you take that any day of the week as your first start of the season and you run with that. So fantastic start there from Luzardo, and the bats just woke up as the game went along. Bryson Stott, Brandon Marsh, they had themselves a much better game than they did yesterday. Both Stott and Marsh go deep. They had some huge at-bats just to extend some innings so the Phillies can drive in some more runs. Kyle Schwarber, he hits another home run, a 3-run shot, and the Phillies, they just kept tacking on and tacking on and tacking on and tacking on runs as they beat the Nationals and take 2 games out of this 3-game set. So you won the series already, and that's the most important thing, and you do have a chance to sweep tomorrow with Aaron Nola on the bump. But there definitely is some things to talk about even before this game and what happened during the game, because Trey Turner, he was scratched prior to the game, like, you know, basically before first pitch with back spasm, so joy. And JT Realmuto left early with, I believe it was a foot bruise, so that definitely is something to monitor there. I'm sure JT probably will not play tomorrow, and they'll give Rafael Marchand the start with Nola on the bump. Trey Turner, we'll just have to find out what Rob Thompson says post-game. But overall, a lot to feel good about the Phillies today. A lot of good stuff here. They didn't strike out that much. They didn't strike out as much as they did yesterday, so that is a very good start right there. Definitely a very good start. So before we get into the rest of this, everybody, don't forget to drop a like. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section down below. I love to interact with you guys down there. Also hit that subscribe button. It does me such a great deal of service with the YouTube algorithm. You can also use the code TTPSPORTS, $20 off your first purchase at SEATGEEK. It is a great deal. Do not pass it up. You can also leave a follow on TikTok and Instagram at TTPSports for shorts, TikToks, all that good stuff. So getting into the business for today, I really wasn't able to watch the game from basically beginning to end. I didn't get home, I believe it was until like the 5th or the 6th inning, but the psychopath that I am, I always have my phone available to either have the MLB app on, or I could just, you know, turn on YouTube TV on my phone and I could just watch the game. That's basically what I was doing when I was out with my family for, I would say, half of this game, and pretty much enjoyable. And then when I got home, booted up the computer, put on YouTube TV to put on the broadcast, it was pretty much enjoyable. So good stuff. It's great stuff. What can I say? Jesus Luzardo, he was a beast. He was a beast out there, touching 97, touching 98 on the fastball, had some nasty off-speed stuff. He has a great pitch mix. Let's see how he progresses in a Phillies uniform throughout the season, because we all, you know, rightfully think that it was a very savvy move by Dave Dombrowski to add Luzardo to the rotation, and right now that really benefited you in today's game. He went 5 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs allowed, 2 walks, 11 strikeouts on 95 pitches. The 1 home run that he allowed was a 2-run shot to Ruiz, and for some reason Ruiz has just been owning the Phillies in these first 2 games, so let him have his, and Luzardo basically dominated the rest of the way. Phillies bats, they definitely were a little bit quiet to start today's game off. Obviously, like I said, with Trey Turner out of the lineup very late because of back spasms, you slot Alec Bohm into the 2-hole, and JT Realmuto actually moves up into the cleanup spot, which I probably would have done Nick Castellanos over JT Realmuto, but, you know, it's for one day, hopefully, and we'll just move on right from there. But a lot of guys chip it into the offense. Phillies had 14 hits in total. If we look at the lineup just in totality, Kyle Schwarber, he goes 2 for 5 with a 3-run shot in there, so a great day for Schwarber. The power just is really on point in these first 2 games. He also had a single that he tried to stretch into a double, and he got thrown out, obviously, because Kyle Schwarber, for some reason, thinks he's a speedster. I have no idea why, but it's actually hilarious to see that. Alec Bohm having himself a nice first 2 games here at the dish. He went 2 for 5 with a walk as well. He actually was down 0-2 in the count in the first inning, and he came back and drew a walk, so really good at bat. Some guys were having pretty good at bats today to draw some walks, so that was very positive to see right there. Bryce Harper had himself a good game. He went 2 for 5 with a run scored. JT Realmuto went 0-4 in this game. Max Kepler, he went 0-4 with a walk and 2 strikeouts. Nick Castellanos, he had 2 walks in this game, and he also scored 2 runs. He went 0-2 in totality. Johan Rojas came in for pinch hitting basically when the game was basically out of reach for the Nationals. He went 1 for 1 with an RBI on a little bit of a, perfectly placed infield single, might I add. And Bryson Stott had a fantastic game. He went 2 for 3 with 2 walks and a 2-run shot to tie the game up at 2. So a great day there for Stott. Brandon Marsh also had a fantastic day. He went 3 for 5 with 3 RBIs on a 3-run shot. He also had a huge 2-out hit to basically extend the lineup to allow the Phillies to get bases loaded for Edmundo Sosa. He draws a good at bat to draw a bases loaded walk, and then you eventually get the Kyle Schwarber 3-run shot, which honestly could have been a grand slam if the Nationals pitcher didn't throw the wild pitch on the first pitch of the at bat. But hey, we'll take it. We'll take it. And also Edmundo Sosa had himself a really good day at the office as well in place of Trey Turner. He went 2 for 4 with an RBI and that huge bases loaded walk as well. Phillies went 5 for 12 with runners in scoring position. They also left 9 runners on base. If we look at the rest of the pitching staff that came in after Jesus Luzardo, Ruiz came in, allowed a home run to the first batter, but he managed to get out of it. Basically, it felt like these last few innings of the ball game just took fucking forever because there were so many challenges. Some of them went on forever. There was a sequence where there was a challenge and then the umpire forgot what the fucking count was at the plate, whether it was 3-2, whether it was 3-1. It was just dragging on and on and on and on. I was like, come on, Blue. I got things to do here. I got things to do, people to see, and places to relax. Like, my God. Come on. So Ruiz, he pitches an inning, allows 2 hits, allows 1 earned run on the solo shot, 20 pitches there. Banks comes in, he strikes out 2 on 15 pitches. Hernandez makes his Phillies debut. He allows 3 hits, 2 earned runs there on a 2-run shot by Lau. 22 pitches for him and also 1 strikeout. Then Ross comes in to the bottom of the 9th. He does allow a run on 24 pitches right there. So not the best stuff there from Hernandez and Ross. But like I said, the game was out of reach at that point. And if we just look through the totality of this game, first couple of innings were quiet from the Phillies. Obviously, Kyle Schwarber and Alec Bohm got on in the first. Nothing really happened there. Bryson Stott, he had a 2-out double that didn't turn into anything. Bottom of the 2nd inning, that's when Ruiz hit the 2-run shot to put the Nats up 2-0. But Jesus Luzardo basically settled in from there, just striking out people left and right. Top of the 3rd, there was a 2-out single by Alec Bohm. Nothing happened there. The Phillies really started everything in the top of the 4th. After Max Kepler works a walk, Bryson Stott works himself a nice at-bat, 6 pitches in it, and he finds his pitch low in the inside corner, and he golfs it basically into the right field corner just fair for a 2-run shot. Ties the game up at 2. Top of the 5th, nothing really happens there for the Phillies. There was a double play grounded into, obviously, by JT Realmuto. He is elite at grounding into double plays. And then the Phillies basically blow the entire game open in the top of the 6th inning. Nick Castellanos works a walk. Bryson Stott works a walk. Brandon Marsh, lefty. This is when Nats go to the bullpen right here. So a good walk there by Bryson Stott on 5 pitches. And Brandon Marsh down 1-2 in the count, where he kind of got boned on one of the pitches up in the zone where it was a ball, but the umpire obviously called it a strike. So umpires have been pretty brutal with the strikes in the first 2 games. That really shows you that baseball is back. But Brandon Marsh found a way to fight one off, and he got a single in the right field, which loaded the bases up for Edmundo Sosa. And the Nationals, they decide to go to the bullpen once again, and Edmundo Sosa draws a very long at bat. He did have some pitches to hit, but he fouled a couple of pitches off as well. But he works himself a walk, and it was funny too because Edmundo Sosa also forgot what the count was, but got reminded by the umpire it was 3-2 when he walked, so he got the bases loaded walk, which drew in the run, which made it 3-2 Phillies. And then the first pitch of the Kyle Schwarber at bat, the pitch was thrown way over the catcher, and it landed into the netting behind home plate, so that allowed a run to come in to score. And then a few pitches later, Kyle Schwarber basically one-handed the ball out of the ballpark, landed into the first row, became a 3-run shot, and the Phillies go up 7-2 right there. Ruiz comes into the ball game. Rosario leads off the 6th with the home run. Then he eventually gets out of that. Top of the second inning, Castellanos and Stott walk back-to-back, and then Brandon Marsh crushes a home run into the bullpen on the first pitch he sees. Becomes a 10-3 Phillies lead. The Phillies tack on another run thanks to Johan Rojas' infield single in the top of the eighth. Made it 11-3. Nats tacked on a couple of more runs in the next few innings. A 2-run shot by Lau in the eighth. And then in the bottom of the ninth, another RBI by Lau with Josh Bell on base, where probably Bell should have struck out, but the umpire obviously extended the game because umpires are terrible. Made it 11-6. But that's where your game ends. And the Phillies are 2-0 to start the year. Great stuff. Great stuff overall by your fighting Phils. Great stuff. Jesus Luzardo was really good. And like I said, you got to look at some of these at-bats here. Their at-bats and their approach was way better today. So the shadows definitely were a factor in last night's game. Shadows were definitely a factor into why both teams struck out so much, but it definitely did carry over to the Nationals because they struck out a bunch today. They struck out 15 times. The Phillies only struck out 5 times. So there you go. Kyle Schwarber struck out twice, Max Kepler struck out twice, and Sosa struck out once. Phillies drew 8 walks in today's game, so that's good to see. Bohm drew a walk. Marchand drew a walk. Kepler walked. Castellanos walked twice. Stott walked twice, and Sosa also walked once in this game. So, hey, drawing some walks, plate discipline. And some of those walks went when you were down in the count, so you're able to battle back and find your way to get on base. Make the pitchers work. It's what you got to do. It's what you got to do when you change your approach. You got to find a way to make the pitchers work. They did that greatly today, obviously. So good stuff from the Phils. Good stuff from the Phils. I do want to see if there's anything here in terms of Rob Thompson. I really didn't see much post-game wise what Rob Thompson said. I would like to see if there's any updates on, JT Realmuto and Trey Turner with the back spasms, but I'm not sure if Rob Thompson provided any type of update. I might as well maybe look to see if Matt Gelb or any Phillies insider said anything from post-game today. I don't think there is, no. Last thing from Matt Gelb was obviously JT Realmuto left the game with a bruised left foot. I'm assuming all that stuff is precautionary. I'm not sure if anything else from post-game happened here today or said anything from post-game, so let's see. I don't think there is. Want to see if there's anything from the Good Fight article. Maybe they got something from post-game. I'm not sure. Here we go. There's a post right here from Tim Kelly. Trey Turner's back tightened up, fielding a grounder. He will be reevaluated tomorrow, as will JT Realmuto. X-rays on Realmuto's left foot were negative. So most likely you will not see Trey Turner or JT Realmuto in tomorrow's lineup. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens there. So most likely JT Realmuto's not going to be in the lineup. Trey Turner's not going to be in the lineup, so you'll see Marchand in there. And you'll most likely see Edmundo Sosa in there. So, hey, you won the series. That's all that matters at the end of the day. If you sweet it, that's just the icing on the cake. So let's see. Let's move forward here. Is there anything else? Is there anything else from today's game? I don't think there really much is. It was just a fantastic day for your fighting Phils. Let's look at some of the other upcoming games right here. Obviously, for tomorrow, it's going to be Aaron Nola making his season debut. He's going up against Mitchell Parker in 2024. Mitchell Parker, he went 7-10 with a 4.29 ERA and a 1.3 WHIP. Lefty on the mound, so we'll see how the Phillies deal with that. Did he play the Phillies at all last year? I'm not entirely sure. Did he play the Phillies last year? I don't know. Let's see. He did face the Phillies at one point last season in August. He only went 3 innings, allowed 9 earned runs, so Phillies are probably very familiar with him. Let's see, did he face the Phillies at any other time before? Nope. No, they did not. They only faced him that one time in the month of August. That was August 15th, and he allowed 9 earned runs and 2 home runs right there as the Nationals lost 13-3 in Philadelphia. So, yeah, I would say the Phillies are very familiar with this guy in terms of offensive production. Aaron Nola, obviously. We know really what to expect from Aaron Nola. When he's on his game, he's very good. When he is off his game, he is, not fun to watch. But he did have a very nice spring training, so we'll see if that carries over into his first start here. It is going to be a nice day at the office tomorrow. It was actually a nice day weather-wise today. It went up into the 80s. I think it's going to be the same thing tomorrow. So beautiful baseball weather, actually. Very fantastic baseball weather. So we'll see if that carries into tomorrow. I know opening day here, well, not opening day, the home opener actually is in jeopardy probably for rain. It does say it's going to be like 75, but like an 80% chance of rain on Monday. So hopefully it doesn't get postponed. Hopefully the rain holds up or something like that. But it says it's also going to rain on Tuesday. So I have no idea what the hell's going to happen. But then also, obviously, the entirety of next weekend's series at home against the Dodgers has rain in the forecast every single day. So obviously, we'll see. The Phillies got very lucky with rainouts last year and didn't really have that many. Or the baseball god's going to find a way to even that out this year to start the year. I know last season the rain was like very, very bad to start the season. I remember that one game against the Reds where Bryce hit those 3 home runs and it was like pouring that day. So we'll see where that goes. Mist, I know you'll have to call. I'll get to it. Jesus, I'm trying to prolong the stream here just so I can have some leverage here with the YouTube. Trying to prolong it for the monetization. Got to take advantage of it. I'll get to your calls in a few minutes. God damn. How you doing, Austin? How you doing, Patrice? Welcome to the chat. Yeah, there's more right here from Todd Zalecki. Trey Turner felt something in his back taking ground balls during batting practice today. Felt the bat tighten up late on opening day. Previously, it had started to bother him late in camp. Oh, God. He says he's feeling better, but we'll see if he plays tomorrow. Rob Thompson said he won't push it. Obviously, if they won the series already, Rob Thompson's not going to force him into the lineup tomorrow. I could definitely see that. Same thing with JT. Let's see. Nope, I don't think there is anything else on that point, so let's get to the Anytime Hotline. Let's get to the calls. Let's get the missed call, since he is being so nice and friendly and wanting me to get to his call. Let's go to Mist. Let's see.
Amadeo, my guy. Hey, we're 2-0. It's pretty sweet, right? I ain't got any, deep opinions to present, because we're 2 games in to a sport that has 1 million games. But, it's pretty cool watching baseball again, right? It's fun. Especially fun when we win. Go Phillies.
What, you don't have any deep thoughts or deep predictions like some of the guys in the Brodes chat? You don't have any of those? You don't have any of those? You don't have any of those deep thoughts or deep anything there? Like, who are some of the guys in the Brodes chat that does that? I think it's DJ that does it a lot. You don't have any of those deep predictions? Yeah, it definitely feels nice to have baseball back, though. It definitely does. Takes some getting used to, but definitely missed it. Definitely missed the everyday grind of watching Phillies. That's definitely something there. But let's get to Sean. Let's see what he has to say. Oh yeah, the Phillies also made my mood better today because the Flyers ruined it this afternoon because they keep winning. They've won the last 2 games when John Tortorella got fired. Even though Matvei Michkov is fucking going off and he's allowed to do his thing now without Torts. I want the better draft pick. Even though they're not going to keep up the goal scoring pace that they're doing right now, it'll eventually even out because their goaltending is still terrible. They're allowing 4 goals a game still. It'll even out. I just want to lose as much as possible to get the better draft pick because you're banking everything on this goddamn draft. Come on. That's my rant there on the Flyers. I think Sean brought it up in his call, too. I see it in the transcription. So we'll see what Sean says here.
Damn, the way that game was going, I thought it was going to be a 7-hour job, the game that wouldn't end. But, series win for the Phillies. That's what you want on the road. I mean, you'd like the sweep tomorrow, but at least take 2 out of 3, start the year on a good note. Tip of the cap to Jesus Luzardo. I really was interested to see how he would do today. He had kind of a subpar spring, but he threw the ball really well. And the starting pitching has to carry the day with this lineup and with, the shakiness of the bullpen. The starting pitching gives them a chance to win or should give them a chance to win pretty much every game,
except
other than the ones that Taiwan pitches in. But solid job at the bottom of the order. Give it to him. I saw some things that you never thought you'd see. Nick Castellanos with 2 walks. And the biggest at bat of the day to me was Edmundo Sosa, walking with a 3-2 count and the bases loaded. Discipline from Edmundo Sosa, say it isn't so. But again, solid win for the Phillies. My only complaint about the day, damn it, Flyers, come on. Wins or losses, stop winning games, please.
I feel the same way there, Sean. I definitely do. But going back to some of the at-bats that you were talking about, I think some of the walks that you're seeing in today's game, and even like some of the at-bats that you saw in yesterday's game, even though they did strike out 19 times yesterday, there still were some good at-bats when the shadows went away. I think that shows you that they're trying to change their approach. I think that what people don't talk about as much is that they led the entire Grapefruit League down in Clearwater. They led the entire Grapefruit League in walks. So I think there is something to that they're trying to change their approach. They're trying to be more selective, and they're trying to be more patient at the plate. And today definitely was a good example of that. Yesterday it wasn't because of the shadows. The shadows were a factor. Like I said, I wasn't going to kill them from yesterday with the 19 strikeouts. Like I said, I think the shadows were definitely a major factor in there, and no one could see the ball on both sides. But yeah, I do think there is something to them leading spring training in walks and finding ways to bring those at-bats into the regular season. I think we saw a good example of that here today. So we'll just see how that carries through throughout the season. So we'll just see. But good first two games here. Really not going to demand a sweep to start the season. I think that's a little too demanding. But if they sweep, they sweep. Why not? Why not? You got Aaron Nola on the mound tomorrow, so anything's possible. That'll be nice. If that happens, you get a sweep coming into your first home stretch of the season with the home opener possibly on Monday, depending rain or not. Yeah, that would be nice. I like it how nobody is having fun. I'm having fun, miss. That's all that matters. I have fun. Maybe Brodes is having fun. I don't know. Oh, yeah, I could definitely see them sweeping. If the guy that they're playing tomorrow, if they go off on him like they did in that previous matchup last season, oh yeah, they're sweeping. They're sweeping. And like I said, if Aaron Nola carries over what he did in spring training because he was really good in spring training, yeah, they're sweeping. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. 1:35 Sunday afternoon, first pitch. Feels good to say that. Honest to God, Sunday 1:35 feels like, when football season and you're getting Sunday at 1 o'clock. It kind of feels like that. So it's a good day. It's a good time now. Good times. So appreciate you guys for tuning in here to the recap. So don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section down below. Don't forget to drop a like. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Does me a great deal of service. You can also use the code TTPSPORTS, $20 off your first purchase at SeatGeek. Great deal. Do not pass it up. Same thing with leaving a follow on TikTok and Instagram for reels, shorts, and good stuff at TTPSPORTS over there. And enjoy the weather the next couple of days before the rain comes in and ruins everything. Go get yourself some water ice. Go get yourself some Ritas, ice cream, whatever you guys want to celebrate it with. I'm definitely going to be ordering some ice cream. Probably. We don't have any ice cream in the house. We went food shopping and we forgot to get ice cream today, so I'm probably gonna be ordering some ice cream. Like I can't go outside and walk that much. I walked a lot today with the stitches and all that crap from the surgery. I can't go out and walk that much. It gets uncomfortable. So gonna be ordering some either a milkshake or something from like Nifty 50s or something like that. So if you guys are from the Philadelphia, Delaware Valley area, you know what Nifty 50s is. It's a great place. So appreciate you guys for tuning in.